Hello, everyone. It is so great to be with you today. I want to share an experience that I had that I'm hoping that one of you or some of you can relate to. And that's that during this pandemic and even before this pandemic, I've been experiencing greater isolation, being more inclined to stay home, shall we say, than to go out. And of course, and be around people. Even though I love people, I love meeting new people. I love being around people, and meeting new people in life. But somehow, with everything going on, even with the pandemic and the idea of catching a deadly virus, especially with that, I've been more and more isolated at home, and just lacking any real desire to go out, to go places, to be around people and to meet people, and being alone, even with all the great connections, even with all the great connections here on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and everything, with all these wonderful people, it's just not the same. It's not the same energy as being with human beings. I think there's like an energy field between us. What I call a human Wi-Fi, and the password to activate it is a sincere smile. We could just feel this energy between us. It's vitally important to be around other people, especially other positive, nice people. So yesterday, I decided to buck myself up and convince myself to go out to a my favorite bookstore across town. It's called the Psychic Eye. It's a spiritual bookstore with lots of wonderful things in it, and books and all kinds of gifts and crystals and artwork and so on. And so I thought that would be something to entice me to go out of my comfort zone and to be around new people. And I wanted to get a gift for a friend who had just invited me, generously invited me and my brother to come to a movie premiere in Hollywood. It's very exciting for his new movie, which is a beautiful film. So I wanted to give him something when I showed up there, something that um, he might appreciate and find useful in life. And I thought I could find something special there for this nice person in my life. So I got out of the house and I dressed up fairly nicely to feel good about myself, and I drove across town through LA traffic, and I went into, and I was feeling good. I was actually feeling really good about myself, feeling the sun shining on me, and it was a beautiful day, and I found a parking spot right by the bookstore that was in the shade. It was by this beautiful house with a white picket fence and beautiful white flowers blooming all around it, this old kind of Victorian house. So it was kind of a magical place, and I walked over to the bookstore and to what I thought was the main entrance. And I walked in and I asked them. I said hello to this young lady that was working behind the counter. Her name was Molly. I introduced myself, and we had this wonderful heart-to-heart talk with perfect strangers. She was so kind and caring, and we talked about how we were both going through similar things with this social anxiety of feeling isolated and nervous around being around people and new people, and we talked about it. So I asked her what she was grateful for today, because I find that's a real positive kind of icebreaker question to ask someone what they're grateful for. It helps us to focus on what makes us feel good and appreciated in life, what we appreciate and who we appreciate. And she said that she was grateful for her father, that her father was there for her. And so, and I told her that, she asked me what I was grateful for, and I said, I'm grateful for my mother who's 90 years old this year, is alive and well. I'm grateful for my family, for my big brother, who's a mentor of mine and supportive and kind. And for that, I was going to this exciting movie premiere in Hollywood last night, and then her father walked in, and I told her father what a great job he did with raising this very kind young lady, and she appreciated that, and he appreciated that. So then it was just a nice heart-to-heart, great exchange with someone I'd never met. And then I found out that the actual bookstore was next door. This was just the place for secondhand clothes and other things. So I walked next door and went into the real bookstore with all of these wonderful books and crystals and artwork and all kinds of interesting things. And the people were so kind and helpful. And I found these really cool hematite stones that are magnetic. It's a kind of heavy metal precious stone that is supposed to have the energy of grounding and providing clarity and focus. And it's just something to fidget with in your hand. That's a lot of fun. They stones that stick together. So I got that and some other things, and then I went back next door to give a card, a little thank you card that I've made up to share with people. And I made these thank you cards to share with people, to let them know that I think that they are beautiful, that they matter. And it just says something. It says, always remember you're beautiful, you're awesome, you make the world a better place. And people I share them with deeply appreciate it, that somebody cares enough to give them anything and to say something nice to them. It creates positive ripples in the world. So I gave one I went back to give one to Molly, and she wasn't there. She had gone home for the day. But there was this other young lady working there, and she said that she would give Molly the card, and then I gave one to her, and she was so appreciative, and she was just beaming with, I mean, I could see her, this energy like glowing from her. She was just beaming, friendly and kind and appreciative. And I said, you have such wonderful energy and such a beautiful smile, and I'm glad you appreciate this card. She said, oh, and you have the most beautiful energy too, and it was just this kind of beautiful, I have to keep using the word, but it was this wonderful, beautiful moment of shared kindness and appreciation. And then, the other thing, when I was in the psychic bookstore, this woman walked in and said, I love this place. I can spend hours here. And I said, me too. And she said, I bought my first crystal ball here. And I said, well, I hope you only see beautiful, great things of good fortune for you and everyone you love in your crystal ball. And she said, I'm psychic and I see a beautiful aura around you. You have the most beautiful aura, she told me. I thanked her. I said, I try and carry love in my heart, and maybe that's what you're seeing. It was another magical experience of kindness that just appeared. So the reason I bring this up is because I find that life returns the energy to us that we bring to it. When we're feeling good about ourselves, people feel that. When we feel love in our heart, people sense that. When we feel kindness to ourselves and appreciative of everything around us, people experience that. They sense that energy, and it comes back to us. Even people that don't know us or haven't talked to us. This energy field in the universe, it echoes back to us the energy that we bring to it. And so it's so important to work on ourselves, to be kind to ourselves, to be loving to ourselves, and help ourselves to get out of our comfort zone by focusing on others, on the good we bring to the world, the things we do for others, like I was going to find a gift for someone. And focusing on the things we do to help others helps us to move beyond ourselves, beyond our worries and fears and the voices in our head that tell us we're not enough and the world's unsafe, and move into a world that is more than safe. It is supportive. It is the universe supporting us. It is kind. It is prosperous. And so that's what I wanted to share with you. To focus on radiating kindness and love and share that in the world and carry it with you in your heart. Thank you. I love you and I appreciate you, and thank you for being here and watching this. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share it with your friends. Visit me at josephsiegel.com, where I have special gifts for you. And I will see you again soon.